Hello students, how are you? My name is Martha and I'm going to introduce today's lesson. Today's lesson is all about animals and all about places in your house. And we're going to learn the words about those things through a song. We're all going to sing together. Before we start, I'm going to ask you some questions. The first question is about animals. Can you see any animals from where you are right now? From where you're sitting or where you're standing? The next question I'm going to ask is about places in your house. What rooms can you see from where you're sitting right now? Can you see the kitchen? Could you see the hallway? Now I want you to get ready for singing. But I don't want you to sing by yourself. I want you to sing with your whole family. Who is around you right now? Maybe your grandmother is with you. Maybe your mother is in a different room. Can you call her? What about your father? What about your brother or your sister? When everybody's together, I want you to be ready for our lesson about animals and house parts through singing. Now we can start.
Listen and repeat.
Kangaroo, kangaroo. Hippo, hippo. Bison, bison. Beetle, beetle. Tortoise, tortoise.
Tiger, tiger. Kitchen, kitchen.
Dining room, dining room.
Bathroom, bathroom.
Toilet, toilet. Living room, living room.
The next activity is a thinking activity. And the first thing we're going to think about is animals. Do you remember at the beginning of the program, we thought about different animals we might see in our house or outside through our window. We thought about a cat, a dog, and we thought about the birds. Now I want you to think about animals from all over the world. First of all, think about a really cold country. What animals might you find in the Arctic? Next, I want you to think about the jungle. What animals might you find in the jungle? To begin this activity, I want you to go and get a pen and some paper. And don't forget, this is a family activity, so make sure everybody helps you. Again, we're going to put some music on and we want you to write down all the places in your house that you can think of. At the beginning of the program, we did talk about some places in the house. Do you remember what they were? Maybe you thought of the kitchen or the hallway or the front room. Now I want you to think of all the places in your house and write them down when the music starts. But also, don't just think of your house. You can think of any house. Maybe a palace, or maybe a tiny igloo. I want you to think of all different houses and write down all the places you can think of on a new piece of paper. Are you ready? Good, then we can start. Hello students, now we are ready to start our main activity. Next, we're going to listen to the song.
There's a kangaroo in my kitchen, there's a hippo in my hall, there's a dinosaur in my dining room, 100 meters tall. My house is full of animals, I don't know what to do. I think I'm going crazy, I'm living in a zoo.
song is called Animal House, and it's all about animals which you might find in your house. But before we listen, I want you to go and get some paper. When you get the paper, I want you to tear it into 10 pieces about this size. Also, I want you to get a pen. You can get any pen. Next, we're going to listen to the song. I want you to listen so carefully. When you hear the names of any animals, I want you to write them down. One animal on one piece of paper. For example, when you're listening to the song, you might hear the word kangaroo. A kangaroo is an animal, so quickly you take your pen and you write kangaroo. Just like this. If you hear the name of another animal, you're going to take another piece of paper to write that name on. Are you ready? Okay, let's listen to the song.
There's a kangaroo in my kitchen. There's a hippo in my hall. There's a dinosaur in my dining room, 100 meters tall. My house is full of animals. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a zoo. There's a bison in my bathroom. There's a beetle in my bed. There's a tortoise in my toilet with a hamster on his head. My house is full of animals. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a zoo. There's a gopher in my garden. There's a tiger in my tree. There's a lion in my living room. He's watching my TV. My house is full of animals. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a zoo. My house is full of animals. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a zoo. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a zoo.
Well done. How many animals did you hear? You had 10 pieces of paper. Do you have an animal's name on each of those papers? There were 10 animals. There were also 10 places. Did you hear those places? We're going to listen to the song again now, and I want you to listen out for where the animals are. For example, this paper has kangaroo written on it. When you listen to the song again, you will hear where the animals are. The kangaroo is in the kitchen. When I hear the word kitchen, I'm going to quickly write it down. I'm going to write it underneath where the kangaroo is. Now on my paper, I have kangaroo and kitchen. I want you to do that with all the animals. Are you ready? Good. Let's listen again.
There's a kangaroo in my kitchen. There's a hippo in my hall. There's a dinosaur in my dining room, 100 meters tall. My house is full of animals. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a zoo. There's a bison in my bathroom. There's a beetle in my bed. There's a tortoise in my toilet with a hamster on his head.
Well done. Did you find all the places in the song? Are they the same as places in your house? Now, on each of your pieces of paper, you should have the name of an animal and the name of a place in your house. But maybe some of them were a little bit unexpected. Were there any surprises for you about the places? Now, I want us to just have a look at the words on our paper. I'm going to use my one as an example. What do you notice about these words? Is there something similar? They both start with the same letter. Now I want you to have a look at all of your bits of paper. Do you find that's the same thing on all of them? Do the two words, the animal and the place, do they start with the same letter? Good. Well done, students. Now we're going to sing the song one more time and we're going to add actions. So I want you to look at the pieces of paper that you wrote on earlier. On those pieces of paper, there are 10 animals written. What are those animals and how do they move? Let us take the kangaroo as an example. Seni, do you know what a kangaroo is?
Yeah, it's an animal that lives in Australia, right?
It's a very, very big animal. And do you know how they stand normally?
Oh, they have short, like that.
Their arms are very short and sometimes they have a little baby that is called a joey, which is in the pouch. So you have to hold on to the joey and make sure it doesn't fall down. And how do they move?
They move jumping, right?
Shall we have a go?
Bounce, yeah.
Okay, so I want you to try with us. And sometimes kangaroos, they can jump really fast. So we have to really bend our knees and take a big jump. Zeni, shall we try one time going to the right?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh! Shall we go back again to the left? Did you try? Now, I want you to have a look at all the other animals on the paper and I want you to have a quick go at thinking about how they would move. When we listen to the song, we're going to do the actions of the animals when we sing about them. Just before we start, let's have one more kangaroo move. Let's try and go forward and backwards, Zeni.
All right.
Are you ready? Let's get into our kangaroo pose. One time forward and back again. Are we ready to go? Good. The song will start.
There's a kangaroo in my kitchen. There's a hippo in my hall. There's a dinosaur in my dining room, 100 meters tall. My house is full of animals. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a There's a bison in my bathroom. There's a beetle in my bed. There's a tortoise in my toilet with a hamster on his head. My house is full of animals. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a zoo. There's a gopher in my garden. There's a tiger in my tree. There's a lion in my living room. He's watching my TV. My house is full of animals. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a zoo. My house is full of animals. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a zoo. I think I'm going crazy. I'm living in a zoo.
Well done, students. Now we've come to the end of our program. We have some activities for you to do. I want you to think about the song again. In the song, there are animals all over the house. The house is a bit like a zoo. But what about your house? Are there animals in every room? Now, what could we do to make a zoo in our house? I don't want you to go to the shops or to have to buy any new materials, but have a look around and see what old materials or see what natural materials you have. When you find them, start thinking about how you could make them into different animals. It doesn't have to be animals from the song. It could be any animals that you like. For example, I had an old piece of paper and I had a pen, so I made a little face. This is my lion's face, but I don't have anything to give it a mane. But then I found a flower. So you could make something so simple, but this is very small. I think yours should be a little bit bigger than this. So have a look around your house, see what you can find that's left over, and start making an animal so you have an animal house just like in the song.
We want you to keep singing, and if you want to practice this song again and again and learn more songs, we have a website. It will come on the TV screen.
Thank you so much for watching our program. We hope that you sang along and that you learnt a lot.
That's it for today. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
And don't forget to stay safe and be careful. Wash your hands using the 10 steps.
And stay at home.
Are you looking for support from expert teachers for children who are learning from home? The British Council has launched a free telephone-based tutorial service for grade 1 to 10 students in Ethiopia for the subjects English and Maths. Our team of teachers, volunteers from British Council's Teachers Development Project across the country, are ready to serve you while schools are closed. What do you need to do? Whenever you have a question, just text it to 0944 114214 and you will hear back from one of our teachers either from 11 to 12 a.m. in the morning or from 7 to 8 p.m. in the evening.